So let's start with Group A here. Let's start with Group A, where Portugal kind of messed up and set up things on the final match day where they only need a draw at home in Lisbon against Serbia, who are looking good. They beat Qatar 4 goals to 0 on the day with guys like Jovic and Vlahovic on fire these days in the national team setup. There's been a lot of exciting games today in Europe. I didn't get a chance to go and watch all the highlights, but I did tune into some of the games, here and there. Not a big deal. I'm not required to watch all the highlights. You see what I mean? Because we only talking results and how the groups stand and everything. We're not analyzing each and every game here. That's not the type of. It's not a tournament. If it was a tournament, it's a different thing. So less games in a tournament. These are a whole lot of games to talk about. And I'm talking about what? About 12 games, man. You know what I mean? What is that? 3. Yeah, a lot of games, man. About a lot of games. Too many games. 10 games. 10 games. That's a lot of games to watch at the same time, right? So let's start with Group A, where Portugal and the Republic of Ireland played to a 0-0 draw. Portugal, very dominant, but for some reason, I don't understand why they find it so hard to break down teams with the quality that they possess. It's very, very puzzling. I think they need a new manager. Fernando Santos's ideas are very, very stale, and he can't seem to get the best out of a star-studded lineup like, the Portuguese lineup. You're talking about the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. They did start Mateus Nunes, new player. He's Brazilian born. They like to do these things. They like to give these Brazilian players caps. I wonder if these players could actually feature for Brazil. Maybe they're not good enough. I don't know. 23-year-old Mateus Nunes. And that was his 3rd or 4th cap. He started. So maybe that was a mistake. There's been a lot of selection issues as well, where he does play some weird teams though. Maybe a Renato Sanchez would have been a better player to start in this game. Maybe underestimated. Maybe a Ruben Neves should have been a better player. You see what I mean? You got João Cancelo on the bench and starting Nelson Semedo, Dallo on the bench. The dumb shit that Fernando Santos does. It's weird, man. It is weird. Seriously. It is absolutely the weirdest things he's been doing. Like, let's take a look at this. You see exactly what I'm talking about. Look at this. Look at this kind of, what kind of 11 is this? You see what I'm saying? You're playing Danilo as center back. Listen, Portugal deserves to go through the playoffs. They deserve to go through the playoffs. I won't be surprised if it happens either. Because, Dragan Stojkovic and Serbia are not going to be playing around. Come, when is it? Sunday? They won't be playing around at all. Definitely won't be playing around. And that's another game set up, fight to the death, Stadium of Lights. And I am looking forward to that one big time. Look, 0-0, not much more to talk about. You got to give it to the Republic of Ireland. You could see Callum Robinson getting his man of the match trophy there. Nice trophy. But you got to be careful around kids with that trophy, bro. The trophy will shatter into a million pieces if you drop it. It will make, you know what I mean? And you don't get into any fights around that trophy, man. That could bust up somebody's head there. So, wow. I think Chile have hit the post there in the game between them and Paraguay. Very close. But, yeah, Portugal, man, it's a game you got to win. Republic of Ireland did give them a good run for their money where they won late 2-1 because of Ronaldo's heroics. But Ogbene, this player was bright on the day, man. It was really, really good on the day. And Portugal found it really hard to break down the Republic of Ireland. So, didn't watch the entire game, just a few pieces. Good result for Ireland. Pepe was sent off for an elbow on Danilo. Second yellow. And the thing is, they'll be without him against Serbia, which is, you know what I mean? not the most ideal situation. You see, they're already using Danilo at the back, and now they don't have Pepe. Look at, they did bring on Jose Font, but the defensive stocks, you have Ruben Diaz. This is, I don't get this. This is dumb. What is this guy doing? You have Ruben Diaz, you're playing Danilo as a center back. This doesn't make any sense, man. This doesn't make any sense. Portugal, they're setting themselves up for failure. Seriously. They are setting themselves up for failure big time, man. Big time. So, these are the only two teams alive in the group, with Luxembourg beating Azerbaijan on the day. I did predict Portugal to beat the Republic of Ireland. Let me share my prediction with you. 2-1. I did predict Luxembourg to beat Azerbaijan 2-0. And in that game, it ended 3-1 for Luxembourg. So 3-1 for Luxembourg. Let me just get that that game, share the results, the scores. So in this game, Telu Mutalimov was sent off for Azerbaijan in the 21st minute. Gerson Rodriguez scored in the 67th minute. Sebastian Till, like I predicted, scored in the 78th minute. Azer Salahi pulled one back in the 82nd, and Gerson Rodriguez again in the 91st minute. Those are the two star men for Luxembourg, and they're looking good. Maybe they challenge for a place for the 2026 World Cup. So good win for Luxembourg in a dead rubber. Serbia did beat Qatar 4-0. I predicted a 3-1 win for Serbia against the World Cup hosts. And as I mentioned last month, Qatar are just looking horrible, man. They're just looking horrible. Game by game, Felix Bas Sanchez got to be under some type of pressure. I know they're only warm-up games, but it's a clear indication that Qatar are not looking good going into next year's World Cup when it comes to playing against more quality oppositions. Yeah, you could bully the teams from Asia. You could compete in CONCACAF a bit there. You could, compete a little bit in CONMEBOL. But when you meet the better teams, you get blown out of the park. So, look, that's how Group A looks right now. With 2 matches left, Luxembourg, the Republic of Ireland, that's a dead rubber. But the main game will be Portugal versus Serbia, where if Serbia picks up any win against Portugal, Serbia qualifies directly for Qatar 2022. So we will know who makes it to Qatar come this Sunday, and we will know who goes into the playoffs to play next year. So Serbia are not going to lie down. Portugal, I don't know, man. I don't even know what to predict right about now. I don't know what to predict. I don't know. I don't know. Seriously, Fernando Santos is doing nothing. Seriously, he don't know what he's doing.